Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to make two simple pair of earrings using our Jesse James bead mixes, Spirit of the Woods, the oak tree, and Sparkle Season. So, those two. Now, one of these pair of earrings is going to be easier to make than the other. The one is just going to be pretty straightforward. Not much to it at all, but oh, it's going to be pretty. The other one is going to have a little bit of workings to it. So let's turn down and I'll show you what I mean. This is the more simple set, and this is the one that we're using Sparkle Season for. And it's going to be a really simple one. All we're going to do is take our ball head pin, go through our base here, then through our little disco ball style one. Let go of my finger. And I don't think this has a specific holes in it, so I think it's just sort of push it in and find the opposite side. And then we'll have this beautiful little topaz one, and then it'll hook onto a post, just like that. So there's the one strung up. Here's our second one. There those are. Now we just have to do their wraps and put them on their ear posts, and that's really simple. Now, because these beads can roll around, so they don't have any particular front or back, you can do these as you want. Take your pliers, bend it forward in a 90-degree angle. Then take your round nose pliers, or I always use my stepped bell making pliers. Put that in that bend, bring her up and around and over, drop her down, bring her over here, straighten her, leave a gap. You're going to put your ear wire on now, so you have to have a gap. You're just going to go roll it straight onto there. Come on, you. Go on. Oops. There we go. So that one's now on. Just has to be wrapped up. We'll do the same to this one. Put in, over and around. Bring her down. Bring her over. Leave a gap. It's not much there, but we'll open it up some. Run your post in here. Come here, you baby. Work her up and on around the loop there. Even if they don't wanna, you gotta convince them. So now here we are. So we need to wrap our loop. So we grab our loop where the wires come together here. Press them on because they're not been together, so and I didn't get both wires there. So you have to make sure you have both wires when you push them together. Well, because they're not pushing together if you don't have both. So hook them together, and you hold them with the one. Then you take your second pair of pliers, grab a hold of the wire, and carefully wrap it up. trim off the excess here. And tuck it in. Now this first one is finished, other than I need to get an earring back for it because I took the other kind off because I don't care for them. So now we just have to do this same thing with the second. Grab hold of the wires right here where they come together, push them back together again. Now this wire is facing downwards. I don't like that, so I'm going to press it up just a little bit so it's not facing downwards but is either straight or facing up. And we're going to carefully wrap this wire around the base. Cut the excess and tuck it in. And that is one thing I like about these black pliers, is it lets us tuck in pretty tight. So there's our first pair with our sparkle season done. Aren't those pretty? So put those away. And now we'll, other than putting on the earring back, which I can do at any time, that's not a work for that, the pair of earrings to be finished. So there they are. Let's see if we can, they're pretty much in screen, not a lot, but they are. But here is our Spirit of the Woods, the oak tree. I've had these for a long time. I still have a ton of beads in here I have to decide what we're going to do with, but I haven't decided yet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this pretty brown teardrop and then this spacer. I got this spacer out of my stash. No, they don't have a spacer that would have worked like that. And then this guy goes here with this little fellow going on top. Come back here, you. Because it's got a relatively good size hole. Then we'll bend this over. We're going to do the same with the second one. And bend it over. Now these second pieces, I would have swore I had 2 more of those gold, but I don't. So we will get them out right now. What I'm going to do with these is these are head pins, they're old ones, and I'm going to clip their heads off. Just like that. I'm going to take these and I'm going to make them into wrapped loops here at the bottom. So we'll take and do the bend, then bring our wire over and around, bring her all the way over, because we're not going to attach anything quite yet. We're going to use these to do our attaching. So we'll make a simple loop here, or not a simple loop, but a wrapped loop by taking this wire and making a couple of wraps here on the bottom. Oops, don't go sideways on me there, baby. Okay, now that we've got that done, we'll put our brown bead on, our little crystal rondelle spacer, and then our green. From there, we'll do another bend. Bring our pliers in, bring it around, drop her down, bring her over. Now this time we got to leave a gap because we're going to put our ear wire on, our ear post on. So swing it into here. Come on, baby, come around there. Okay. So then we'll hold this. Bring the two wires together again, pushing the one down to the other. Come on, baby, hold on. Okay. Now we'll take our second pair of pliers and wrap this baby up. Clip this baby off. Come on, you. And then tuck our wire in. Check it out, see if it looks straight. It does pretty much. Now, because these have no set that they could roll on here, that's no big deal if one's a little crooked or whatever. So now do the wrap loop on this second one, the bottom piece. So up and around and over like normal. Bring her over here, straighten her up. Now we're going to feed this one on to here. Now we'll hold this piece together and wrap this bottom half up. Give the extra and then tuck it in. And there is earring number 1. This looks like it's a teeny touch crooked here, so we'll straighten it. And there's the first of our 2 earrings. Now we have to do the same with this second piece. These are the Spirit of the Woods ones. So we'll do our bend. Get our pliers out, up and over and around. Bring her over and around, straighten her up. Bring the 2 wires together. And wrap this one just a few times here. piece and get our ear wire in place, or a post, whatever you want to call it. There we go. Grab this where they come together. See if you can get the post out of the way. Then wrap this up right here. Come on, baby, tuck. Okay. So now we have that half. Now we have to do this bit. Bring over and around, bring her down, bring her over, slide her up here a bit on top of this. And I see that that one's crooked. We'll have to straighten it some later. Bring the wires together. And wrap this up. Tuck her in. And now I have to see how much this needs straightened because I was messing with it quite a bit. So let's see what we got to do here. Oh, this is a little crooked, but that's all right. We got it. Top here is a little crooked. It's better. And there we are, earring number 2. Now I need to find some of the backers and put on it, but other than that, they are done. And that one was from Spirit of the Woods, the oak tree. So there's our 2 pair of earrings. Whoop, come on, untwist, baby dolls. Now, since these are gold, I'll get some of our gold backers. Oops, not that many, I only need 4. Put our backers on these. There we go. There's our two pair of earrings. This one using this pair using the Jesse James Bead Mix Sparkle Season. There's the second one. Now I think these are pretty. They're not very long, not by my standards anyway, but they're very pretty. Now the other pair is the one from Into the Woods. Oh, Spirit of the Woods, I should say, the oak tree. That would be these fun green and brown ones. Now these are longer. Not atrociously long in my book, but they're still longer. So stop again. So there they are. So there's the one. There's the second. As you can see, the first one is much shorter than the second one, but they are very pretty. So anyway, hope you enjoyed making these with me. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we have been using the bead mixes, Spirit of the Woods, the Oak Tree, and Sparkle Season to make these two beautiful pair of earrings. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.